My dear friends in Christ Jesus, today we encounter people who achieved something great in their lives because of their faith. The church constantly desires our growth in faith, and therefore she presents before us men and women who, despite their weaknesses and struggles, persevered in their faith and pleased God. Their lives remind us that faith is not the absence of struggle, but the courage to trust God in every situation. We often remember saints who inspire us, perhaps Saint Mother Teresa or Saint Francis de Sales, and many others who lived their faith to the fullest. These saints were ordinary people who allowed God to do extraordinary things through their faith. Even in our daily lives, we meet people who strengthen our faith. Our parents, grandparents, teachers and friends, and many others. Their simple trust in God becomes a silent testimony that faith is not just spoken but lived. The question we can ask ourselves today is, do we learn from their example, or do we remain the same without growing in faith? Surely, all of us desire to grow in the love of Christ. In today's readings, we meet Naaman, Saint Paul, and the one leper who returned to thank Jesus. Each of them reveals a different phase of faith. Naaman, a great warrior, believed no one could change his condition. Yet, when he humbled himself and obeyed the prophet Elisha, he was healed. His story teaches us that faith begins when pride ends. Saint Paul, once a persecutor of Christians, was completely transformed by the grace of Christ. He became one of the strongest witnesses of faith, encouraging others to remain firm and unshaken in Christ Jesus. His life reminds us that faith has the power to change hearts, even the hardest ones. In the Gospel, 10 lepers approached Jesus for healing, and all were made clean, but only one returned to thank him. That single act of gratitude made his healing complete, not only in body but also in spirit. From him we learn that a thankful heart is the fruit of true faith. My dear friends, when we begin our day, do we take a moment to thank God for the blessings we have received for our families and friends? Let us reflect and grow in faith. May God bless each one of us.